What does the future hold financially? Let's find out in this edition of WJTS in.form. Hello, I'm your host, Bill Potter, and joining me in the studio, we have Derek Budd. Also joining us is Nick Stevens. They are Jasper Rotarians. And last year in February, you were able to have it. You had your economic forecast. Well, now we're going to, I guess, back to a November sort of a schedule for the economic forecast. Yeah. Why the move from February to now?
Yeah, so part of the economic forecast each year is allowing for an hour of continuing education for CPAs. And it turns out that CPAs are a little busy in February and hard to make it to the event. And so we've shifted the event around so that it can be November and we can have CPAs and CPA firms come to the event and sponsor the event to get some of their credit hours and partake in the event.
Well, and really, it makes a little bit more sense because now we're looking into 2021,
exactly.
Not 20. Now, 2020 is a year we do never want to repeat. I'm imagining the economic forecast is just going to be a little bit crazy for 2021. I don't know how they're going to do it, but who speaks? Who are we seeing in the economic forecast?
Yeah, so there are three professors that are going to be talking on the Zoom call through three different areas of the global and local economy and financial markets. And so we've got Ellie Maffei-Kreft, who's going to be talking about the international and national economies. Ryan Brewer is returning to talk about Indiana economy. And then we've got Zhenyu Wang, who's going to be talking about the financial market specifically. Okay,
and then you have yet another speaker that's pretty significant.
We do. We're very excited to host Heidi Kessner, who's the Dean of the Kelley School of Business. She's going to be the moderator of the event and handling the question and answer following the panelist discussion. So it's going to be great to have her on the call this year.
COVID messed everything up. So we're going to have actually a virtual economic forecast for the Jasper Rotary Club. How is that going to work?
Yeah, so if any of you have been on a Zoom call yet, you get a link, you click in and can join the web call either with video or without. But I will be sending out the link, so everybody that RSVPs for the event can send me an email, derek@eaglecrestfinancial.com. And so the morning of or the day before, I will be sending a link out to all individuals that are wanting to participate. And then you just join in. You log in at noon on Thursday, November 19th, and listen to the call maybe over your lunch break or at home while you're trying to still maintain some working life while the kids are running around you.
So this is a Zoom meeting. What's the charge for folks?
It is free for individuals. So yeah, with it being virtual and not having a lunch this year, we wanted to make it free to individuals. So if you're interested whatsoever, even if you want to try it out and within the 10 minutes you realize it's not for you, we'd be happy to still have you RSVP and receive the link and try it out. But it is made free because of the sponsors that are sponsoring this event, and we're very thankful for them.
Well, you mentioned the sponsors. Let's go to Nick and Nick.
I'd say we got two levels of sponsors: the Bowl sponsors and the Bear sponsors. The Bowl sponsors are German American Bank, Ken Sedgwick with Merrill Lynch, Eaglecrest Financial Services, WITS, WBDC, WJTS, and Old National Bank. The Bear sponsors Spring Valley Bank and Trust, Freedom Bank, OFS, and the City of Jasper. So we're very lucky to have those guys to help us put this event on. Again, made it possible to make it free for everybody else. So it's really nice.
Now, typically, this is a little bit of a fundraiser for the Jasper Rotary Club.
Yep.
So now it's going virtual. It's not going to be a big crowd in a room paying for meals and things. Are you making money? How are you on budget for that?
Yeah, so because we don't have a room expense and because we don't have the meal to cover, we've reduced the sponsorship levels down with the expectation that hopefully sponsors are still coming out of the woodwork, and we've already got a great amount, and we thank them for that. And so without that overhead cost, we're planning to make roughly the same amount we normally do to go towards all of our different funding sources that the Rotary Club employs and what we do throughout the year.
Okay, good. So you'll still make some money. Because I know a lot of nonprofits are really having a tough time because a lot of their fundraisers have been eliminated.
It's been a very tough year for many.
Yeah, we're very thankful for our sponsors. I mean, they've made that happen, and yeah.
Okay, now I know the Jasper Rotary Club picks a project that you stick with for 3 years and help fund. Is that right? Is it 3 years, 2 years?
We changed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. We got a project for this year, but it's kind of year to year it's changing, and we can explain that.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that project.
Okay. This year we're doing a project. It's a diaper project at Memorial Hospital, and we are going to provide diapers for 1,000 parents for 1 year, for 1 week, 1 month of the diapers.
Which, by the way, is a lot of diapers.
It's a lot of diapers in a month. So
Big box.
It's a big box. as well as a book. So, I mean, again, we're going to foster that ability to let's practice reading to our kids, as well as diapers that are going to make your life a little easier and maybe take a little bit of stress off the pocketbook, at least starting out. So it's a really nice project. We've worked very hard on that. We've got a great group of people who've worked to make that happen. And special thanks to Memorial Hospital for agreeing to work with us on that as well. So it's very nice. And again, it's just one of a number of projects we do.
Okay, and is there a name for this project?
It's our district grant for the year,
Okay.
but yeah, we've just called it the Diaper Project. I believe.
The diaper project.
The Diaper
Okay.
Project,
All
yeah.
right. Like a diaper derby, the diaper
Yeah,
project.
kind of like
Okay.
that, yeah.
Okay. So the Jasper Rotary Club always has this economic forecast, which for the past few years has been in the late winter.
Yep.
Now you're moving back to the fall, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But again, let's rerun through that because people may go, I still don't quite get how it's going to work. It's a Zoom meeting.
Yep.
So if you send a link to me, am I able to share my link with other people?
Yeah, you will. It's not going to be specific to you. So if you want to RSVP and send that information out to any of your friends or colleagues or place of business, you're welcome to do that. Anybody can log in as long as they have the link. And it's just as simple as that. If you don't have audio through your computer or whatever device you're going to be joining in on, you can use a phone to call in for the audio. That being said, all participants outside of the main speakers will be muted. So there's besides hearing what is being said, you don't need to worry about saying anything whatsoever.
Okay.
So,
Will there be a time for a question and answer at the end?
yeah, I believe the chat will be used to put questions out there, and then once again, Heidi Kestner, being the moderator, will draw from the chat as well as other popular questions that she might have or she thinks people might have to ask the panelists.
And this is typically a program that IU Kelly School of Business puts together, and then you guys just pick it up and host it here. Is that
Exactly,
correct?
yeah. There are 6 to 8 different events like this throughout Indiana throughout the year, and I believe for Southwest Indiana, this is the only event in this area. So we're very grateful for IU to be able to come down here or through the Zoom call, be able to do it virtually this year and provide their knowledge with us.
You know, last year it was a little interesting in February, and I'm just sitting here thinking back on it, that they were discussing, and they started to talk a little bit about the coronavirus. We didn't talk a lot about it because, again, February was still a little early, and everything changed in a month. But I do remember them talking about it, and it's amazing to think what happened from February to middle of March.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was interesting then, and I always find a lot of what they talk about interesting. But for folks that don't know what it is, somebody may be watching at home thinking, I'd like to do this, but I'm retired or I'm not in business anymore. What will they get from it? What do people get when they watch this?
Yeah, so you get extra knowledge, and maybe not all 3 of the different panelists will speak directly to something that you're wanting to know about or have information on, but you're probably going to pick up tidbits from each of them. And so like I said, there's going to be a national and global outlook, so talking just about how our nation's going to do economically and projecting what the first year of potentially Joe Biden's term looks like and what that result is in the economy. And then as well, someone's coming and talking about Indiana, and so what big businesses in Indiana are striving towards and where unemployment's at and maybe where we're going.
Right.
And then as well, Xinyu Wang talking about the financial markets. And so if you've got any investments, a retired person probably has investments that they're living off of, so it's very important to them, or if you've got a 401k, or if you run a business that is tied to the financial markets in any regard, it will speak into that and just projections for what you might see in 2021 following this election in 2020 and hopefully the end of coronavirus or seeing where that all goes.
It's always very interesting, but again, we want to point out you do not need to pre-register. There's no fee charged. You just simply need to contact you so you can get the link to the Zoom meeting. Let's see if we can't crash Zoom by having so many people watching.
Exactly right. Yeah, we expanded the number of attendees that are allowable. It was 500. We asked to push that out because it was free. We were hoping to get plenty of people on, so it's actually bumped up to 1,000 people. So I'd love to see us hit capacity.
And again, if they would like the link, what do they do?
Yeah, email me at derek@eaglecrestfinancial.com. If you have any questions, you can call me at 309-8133. And then as well, if you want more information about the event before you RSVP, just go to the Rotary Club of Jasper's Facebook page. You'll see this flyer with all the information, and then you can reach out to me if you are interested.
Okay. Anything else you gentlemen would like to add?
I think we're good
Just
there.
thank you for having us on,
Yeah,
Bill,
we
yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, make sure that you check out the IU Kelly School of Business virtual economic forecast hosted by the Jasper Rotary Club. You just sit in the comfort of your own home if you'd like, or in your office. It takes about an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half maybe?
Yeah, I
Or
believe
is it-
45 minutes of panelists and
Okay.
then another 15 minutes of question and answer.
Okay, and with no meal, it does go an hour, so
Yeah.
that'd be just, yeah, perfect. So get yourself some lunch, maybe have a hamburger, you sit right in front of your computer and eat while you enjoy the program. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Our
Bill.
guests have been Derek Budd and Nick Stevens. They are Jasper Rotarians, part of the committee that puts together the Indiana University Kelly School of Business Virtual Economic Forecast, coming up Thursday, November 19th. I don't know if we ever said the date.
We might not
Thursday,
have.
November 19th.
Yeah.
So contact Derek quick to get your Zoom link in that way. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.